Yes, it's Louis J here, and we are in Hackney. I'm about to meet the comedy queen, Gina Yashere. She's currently on a UK tour, so I'm about to meet her and chop it up.
Hottest in the world right now, just touched down in London town.
Gina, it's a pleasure to have you, man.
Thank you.
So it's 2022, right?
Yeah.
And from what I've already seen, Gina, this year's been a madness to you. So obviously, you've been performing in all over the world. Like you went to Dominican Republic, which is a beautiful part of the world.
Indeed.
You went on the Wendy show.
I did. That's the second time on that
Second
show,
time. And then you was kicking it with a man like Kevin Hart in his yard at a brunch.
I've known Kevin Hart for 15 years. I knew him before he was Kevin Hart.
Oh.
So we've always been like, he used to come to London for Peanuts to come and perform, and I did shows with him in London. So I've known all of those. I've known all of those guys for ages.
What would you say has been the highlight so far?
Definitely the Kevin Hart brunch was fun because it was like after COVID, I hadn't seen any comedians for a very long time, and it was like a school reunion. Every black person who was a person in Hollywood was at this party, so that was great. And obviously my show getting picked up for season 4.
Love that.
Give me all them checks. The show is about the coming together of cultures, how two sets of people who might have nothing in common come together and they find that they got everything in common because everybody wants the same things. I'm showing black people, immigrant people, Nigerian people, African people in a positive light. And it's a funny show, but we're also sneaking really good stories in there. We've got some really good stories about xenophobia in there. We've got a story where we introduced a gay character in there, so we're covering that story. So we're really covering good issues, but obviously making you laugh while we're doing it.
Yeah.
And then I'm able to create opportunities for my people. I brought in my black female comedians that were out here hustling. I got them jobs on the show as writers. You know, one of my actors on the show is a teacher's directing, and he's never had the opportunity to direct. So I'm looking to exec produce other shows. Like I wrote a book called Cat Candid, which is my memoir, and it's some great stories in there. And I'm looking to turn that into a movie or TV show.
Well, in your book, Cat Candid, you mentioned about what drove you to the US. Essentially, was being driven, having a lot of self-belief, and being eager.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, what advice would you give for women, especially women in the arts, who maybe struggle with self-confidence?
Well, you know, if you believe in what you're doing and you know what you're doing and what you're creating is good, then have confidence in it and have no qualms about selling it, pushing yourself forward and challenging yourself. Do the stuff that scares you, you know? I moved to another country, they didn't know who I was. I started again from scratch. Nobody knew who I was until I started to actually get bookings in America.
Lastly, so again, this year you've got a few things happening. You're currently on tour in the UK.
Yeah.
You've got season 4 commission for your show, which is Bob Hart. Is it Abishola? Or
Abishola.
Abishola,
Yeah.
which is amazing. Season 4.
Yeah.
What else is in the pipeline?
Well, that's it, mate. That show owns me.
Come on.
They own me right now, so that is all I'm doing for the next year. Because after this tour, I go back to America, back in the writers' room, and you ain't seen me coming out for another 9 months.
Head down,
We're writing the scripts,
Yeah.
and then we go into production. We start filming. So I'm not going to be finishing till next April. I want to turn the book into something. So I'm already talking to directors. I've already got production companies that have approached me that want to buy the rights to the book and turn that into something. And obviously, this tour, I've got a film crew following me because I'm making a little documentary of my return to England in the build-up to me filming my next stand-up specials.
Active. And that is
mate.
Gina Yashere. Thank you for coming. I appreciate your time. God bless you, and we'll see you soon.
All right, take care.